Southeast Asia is a phenomenal destination for young, broke travellers for many reasons, but the main one being how affordable it is. In today's video, I will be ranking the 5 main travel destinations in Southeast Asia from the most expensive to the most affordable. Number 5 is the Philippines. This may surprise some people, as in general the cost of living for the Filipino people is not high at all, and food and drink, accommodation can all come in very affordable. With food at an inexpensive restaurant usually costing around £2 to £2.50 and a mid-range restaurant being around £10 for a full 3-course meal. But the reason this country ranks as the most expensive is because as a traveller, transportation between destinations is actually quite expensive. The Philippines is made up of 7,107 islands, but the only way to get between these islands is by boat or by plane. This is unlike Thailand and the main countries in Southeast Asia, where you can usually get cheap taxis and coaches between destinations. Internal flights and boat rides can really rack up the cost of staying in the Philippines, so beware. Number 4 is Thailand, and Thailand is arguably the biggest tourist destination in the whole of Asia. This comes with a lot of benefits, such as being able to meet plenty of other travellers, and also having shed tons of recommendations when discovering things to do. This does come at a price, with things tending to cost that little bit extra when visiting. A meal at an inexpensive restaurant will set you back around £2.20, and at a mid-range restaurant around £8 to £10. In the main tourist places like Bangkok, that can even be a little bit extra. It may be worth travelling outside of the main tourist destinations to really help reduce your cost and prolong your stay in one of the world's most beautiful countries. Okay, let's head down to our next country in Malaysia. Malaysia is an amazing country with an amazing history, and kind of underrated when it comes to backpackers destinations. It can be considered on the slightly more expensive end of the spectrum when it comes to Southeast Asian countries. This might be why it's often overlooked, but it's still affordable enough if you know where to look. If you stick outside of Kuala Lumpur, which is the capital, an inexpensive meal here will cost you around £1.95, and at a mid-range restaurant around £8. It's definitely worth it if you ask me, definitely somewhere you should check out. And now we're going to take a trip further down south to Indonesia. Okay, hear me out. Bali is an exception to this, as prices there are heavily influenced by the amount of tourists and digital nomads already living there. But Indonesia as a whole is extremely affordable, with meal prices at restaurants, because that's how we base everything, being as little as £1.50 at an inexpensive restaurant, and accommodation prices costing anywhere between £5 to £15 a night. It really is unbelievably affordable for the amount of luxury you get in half of these accommodations as well. Trust me. Now we have made it to the number 1 most affordable destination in Southeast Asia, Vietnam. Vietnam is unbelievably cheap, with food prices being as little as £1 to £1.20, and you being able to pick up accommodation in major cities for less than £5 a night. How ridiculous is that? This is down to a few reasons. The Vietnamese dong is one of the weakest of all currencies, only being worth and get this, around 0.000038 to the pound. This essentially means £1,000 in Vietnam is worth this many dong, because I can't be asked to read that number. Despite the country being quite poor, it still has some of the most amazing things to do and some of the friendliest people you will meet. And for the prices you pay here, I'm definitely going to be adding this to my list. Again, thank you so much for watching. Please make sure to like and subscribe if you do enjoy this sort of content, and comment below anything you want me to do next, any places you want me to discuss. Thank you.